Hello, I'm WBZ TV meteorologist Barry Burbank, and I have your forecast for this Friday night and for the next several days. And believe me, much warmer weather is coming back. Summer will be resuming this weekend, but it certainly wasn't around today, that's for sure. It felt, once again, more like early October or very late September with these record low high temperatures. Now, the record in Boston today for the lowest high temperature in this day was 66 back in 1926. And guess what? So far, that's the high temperature for the day. Probably not going to go up anymore. There might be a chance that it could hit 67 in between the hours. Clearly, Worcester has a new record low high temperature for this day, beating the old one by a few degrees. Providence has a new record low high, and Hartford also has a record low high, or we call it a mini max. So there you go. That's how cool this day was for July 14th. Unusually cool with the 60s all over the place with the cloudy sky and some of the rain. But most of the rest of the nation, typical July weather with a lot of 90s out there. There are a few 70s around the Great Lakes where there's been some clouds and showers, but most of the nation has been on the hot side today. And for us, it's been cool because we had that cool air come in yesterday and push all the storms away, stabilizing the atmosphere and making it more tranquil around here compared to the day before when we had some nasty weather going on. There is still a system to the west which may produce a few showers later tonight and maybe a few left over tomorrow morning. The dew points are slowly creeping up, and they'll be starting to creep back up more so over the weekend, but probably not getting up to the levels that we have down here in the mid-Atlantic states and similar to what we had here a couple of days ago when it was so stifling in terms of the humidity. It is going to get high humidity is going to be returning, but it's not going to be considered oppressive humidity. So you see the dew points slowly rising up into the middle 60s tomorrow, middle to some upper 60s, but probably not getting into the low and middle 70s over the next few days. Here come a few showers overnight. There are some thunderstorms in New York State right now. Some of those showers may cross the region overnight. I'm not really expecting thunderstorms in most locations. Just might be an isolated rumble in Vermont and western Massachusetts. You get to the timestamp to tomorrow morning and see it's rather cloudy. There may be a few areas of fog. There may be a little drizzle. It could be a couple of showers here and there. In the afternoon, there'll be some breaks of sunshine. That will fuel some additional shower and thunderstorm development during the afternoon. None of this should be severe, but there'll be a few around in the afternoon, even if the sun comes out. And when the sun does come out, that's really going to start to fuel some of these. So that's the deal. It may cloud in tomorrow night, and it may be cloudy Sunday morning in eastern Massachusetts. Low cloud cover, but that'll burn off. And finally, Sunday will be the pick day of the weekend, certainly, as we'll see the greatest amount of sunshine and a few puffy clouds around, but nowhere near as many clouds as we'll see tomorrow. But there'll be a recovery in the temperature for tomorrow. In the lower 70s of the coast, a bit of a sea breeze. There won't be much wind anywhere, but at the beaches, it'll be onshore. Meantime, in Metro West communities, in the afternoon, could be 79 or 80 degrees. At Fenway Park, as the Yankees are in town for a four-game series here, it looks like we're about mostly cloudy, 65 for the 7:10 game tonight, and probably in the low to middle 70s for the 4:05 game tomorrow afternoon at Fenway Park. And then on Sunday, the early afternoon game should be in the low 80s at least. And then Sunday night's game, because it's a doubleheader on Sunday, Sunday night's game, this temperature should be back in the upper 70s. For the Cape and the Islands, it's going to be cloudy for you Saturday. It may brighten in the afternoon. There's a chance of a little drizzle or a couple of showers in the morning, but Sunday clearly will be the nicest day. If you're going up to the lakes and mountains this weekend, you'll find the following conditions for those areas. Lots of clouds tomorrow. There could be a shower or a thunderstorm in the 70s. Sunday should be a lot sunnier, should be in the low to middle 80s. Here's the way it looks for the next 7 days. Summer resumes here over the weekend. In fact, we're going to be nudging 90 here on Monday, except at the coast where it's going to be cooler. And then it looks like some showers and storms will be here Tuesday. Tuesday will be the unsettled day of the week, and more thunderstorms may be here later on Thursday. But some of the temperatures this upcoming week will be nudging 90. You can watch WBZ News tonight at 5, 6, and 11 o'clock. You can also see it on MyTV 38 at 8 o'clock for the latest news and weather updates.